Hey everybody, and welcome to the worst idea of all time with myself, Tim Bat.
And me, Guy Montgomery. This is episode 47.
High five. We did it. 5 to go.
And it's a pleasure to be here. Conditions are perfect.
Yeah, things couldn't be any better. If they tried to be better, they couldn't be.
That's how I feel. That's certainly how you feel, Tim. Let's dive straight into it. No, let's not. We've got to launch a product.
What product? Right, us.
Yeah, we're the product.
You better take the reins on this one, bud. Clearly I am ill-equipped.
So if you're listening to this, that means that we've launched a Kickstarter in the hopes of getting us all the way to Los Angeles, California.
Los Angeles, California. Which is such a long way away for us Kiwis.
That's right.
It's like a dreamland that doesn't exist.
We're not going to bore you with the details
Someone
here,
made
but
up.
suffice it to say, if you're listening, please click onto it. It's on our Facebook page.
We'll bore you with the details plenty. Are you joking me?
The details are,
the
details are, we didn't make any money from this.
Yeah.
We want to do the last episode in LA.
Yeah.
And we'd love a helping hand, just a gentle hand, lifting us into the airplane.
Yes.
Oh.
Guys lost it. Guys, go on, people.
No, I was just saying I like
what
it.
You're hearing is a broken man. A broken man at the end of too many grown-ups twosers.
I won't stand for that. Look, I genuinely feel like, what say we've climbed Everest, and at the very start of the descent, there were some crags, some icy tundras.
Schism?
Some schisms.
Is that the word you were looking for?
A crevasse, maybe. What I'm saying is it was
Chasm.
difficult. It was difficult.
Chasm's the word.
They say that when you climb Mount Everest, you've only done half the job, because getting back down is just as dangerous as getting up. And I feel like that analogy is perfect for the grown-ups to ascent and descent. I genuinely feel like we're almost down at the lowermost base camp, and like we've got a bunch of Sherpas with us. Are they as good as Tenzing? Someone's probably shipped in some Blaze Pizza. I'm saying that's how far down the mountain we are. That we've got access to Blaze Pizza.
Bro, let me tell you how good both Tenzing and Blaze Pizza are. Tenzing's a good enough Sherpa to bring those artisanal ingredients, and Blaze Pizza are good enough to warrant bringing them on the trip. They're both as excellent as each other.
It's a match made.
And I look forward to seeing you and Tenzing at Blaze Pizza in Los Angeles, California.
I don't think you'll see Sherpa Tenzing in Los Angeles, California.
So anyway, the analogy, the mental imagery that you were painting there is that we're on the way down.
Well, what I'm saying is that I'm so
nearly done.
Yeah,
nearly done, love. That's us.
Or not like some sort of
my knees hurt.
Some Geordie
nearly
British
done,
guy
love.
Just about to finish six. Oh, nearly done, love. Not long now.
It was the Office episode where he's got to throw a boot over the bar.
Yeah.
And then the closeout is, it's not Dawn. Finchy's gotten his rocks off with someone. It's been a while since I saw that show. Bloody good show.
Great, mate.
Good.
There's really nice detail to pepper in there.
So we're on the mountain, Guy, you and I, inexperienced, ill-equipped and ill-advised. We came in hardy like a bunch of German tourists going into a national park in the middle of central North Island, New Zealand. But much like the German tourists, we didn't bring a compass, we didn't bring rope, we didn't bring enough rations, food, sunblock or clothing to keep us warm overnight, and we have lost our way, Guy Montgomery. We are lost. We cannot see the wood for the trees.
No, I'm saying, despite those seemingly insurmountable odds, I mean, we didn't bring any supplies. We are German tourists, as you stated, in a national park in the North Island of New Zealand.
My name's Franz.
Okay, Franz. Okay, Franz, what I'm saying is we have made it down the mountain.
Who are you going to be?
Klaus.
Oh, Klaus, my old friend. I remember when Klaus and I were in school together in Berlin, because it is the only German town I know.
It's more of a city when you think about it. I'm not from Germany. I'm from New Zealand. What I'm saying is that despite those insurmountable odds...
You don't commit, man. You got to commit to the bit. I've always said that about you.
Do not tell me to commit to seine bitte!
Because if you piss off Germans, shit gets real all of a sudden.
All I'm saying is that despite the fact we didn't take supplies, we don't need to worry about the supplies anymore. We could survive on oxygen and walking daily. There's only 5 to go.
Oh, I see what you're saying. We're so close to, like, we can see. People can't hear us, but they can see us.
Okay, you can see a church spire in the faraway town. You're close enough to like civilization, to a settled town, that they've got a spire, some sort of church spire.
What religion are the Nepalese?
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine you get a lot of spires down near the base.
Well, I don't
of
know.
Everest.
You tell, like, I don't know.
They're Buddhists
what's
predominantly.
Nepal? Are they?
At a guess.
That's probably right. Hey, good on you, Nepal.
Yeah, this is a pretty relaxed one.
Shout out. Massive shout out to Nepal.
Shout out.
And to Buddhists, actually.
Yeah, mate.
Covers more landmass, mate. Got to get the numbers up.
Get all your shout outs out now. Get them all out at the top.
Jesse, happy birthday from your dad and your uncle, Mick.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Any other shout outs?
Shout out to my son,
Your son?
Kevin, who's doing his first
Shout
ever
out to-
half Ironman marathon today.
At 5 years old. Kevin,
Good
we're
on him.
cheering you on from here.
God bless.
We're so. It's too bad your dad couldn't make it. There's just business was calling.
I've got to drive the truck. That's why I'm ringing the radio to get the shout out to you, mate. Shout out.
We're not on the radio. Anyway,
Soon though.
I'd like to talk about. There's a sentence which I always sort of am surprised by my saying. I'd like to talk about grown-ups too.
Please tell me more.
First of all,
Klaus.
I noticed Franz or Fritz, whatever your name is, that JanSport undeniably stumped up some money for this movie.
They did this time. They hadn't in all the other times we've watched
They
the
definitely
movie.
had, but they've done it
But
so
this time
well.
they did.
My theory is that JanSport is so popular and ubiquitous that you don't even notice their product in there because you're so used to seeing a JanSport backpack, it doesn't even jar you out of the world of the film. You're just like, oh, of course.
I appreciated that you had the audacity to use ubiquitousness.
Ubiquitous.
Ubiquitous?
Ubiquity. I only know about it because of Roy Ayers.
Yeah, you chucked it in there with such a lot of enthusiasm and confidence, but you kind of slowed down when you got to like a speed bump in the road.
No, it wasn't like a speed bump.
Make
It was
sure
like
you-
me slowing down past a fancy restaurant in my new car to be
Going,
like,
ubiquitous.
Yeah, I'm like, hey,
Looks delicious.
Yeah, my car is called Ubiquitous. I'm
I've heard
showing
good
off
things.
my car to the diners.
Oh, right. So you were slowing down for everyone else, not for yourself.
I'm slowing down for everyone.
Baller. Goddamn
Anyway,
word
well,
baller.
We sort of derailed the point, but JanSport, good work on some subtle product placement.
Well done, JanSport. I want to know when people talk sales figures about Grown Ups too, how many tickets or how much it raised, if that includes all the sponsorship deals.
Well, it's $80 million is the nine-figure. Do you think $80 million plus?
80
80
million was the production budget. Or no,
So
it's
how
probably
much of
production
that
and
is
marketing,
it's
but
more of sort
it
of
made 230. It made 230 mil, but we don't know if that's just ticket sales.
Do you
at
think,
what stage that includes DVDs and Blu-rays? If it includes the sponsorship,
if you think about product placement, they're not paying on like a. They're not going to chart. They're not on a commission. They're not charting how well the movie does. Then taking a percentage.
So you're saying it is in that 230?
I'm
That
saying.
we're seeing
Well,
Kmart
what I'm
in
wondering
it.
is how
We're
much of
seeing
the 80 mil
Pepsi.
production
We're
budget.
seeing JanSport. We're seeing Mott's.
We're seeing a lot of
Juice.
Mott's.
You know who we should be seeing? Blaze fucking Pizza. It
Yeah.
seems like a match made in heaven. You know.
Well, with those,
We've got a
with those
movie.
delicious fresh ingredients and the rate at which they sort of churn those pizzas out one after another, each
Hashtag-
as delicious as the last.
Hashtag art is anal. Those ingredients are fresh, hand-picked, and delicious. And the whole pizza only takes 180 seconds in a flash cooker. How cool is
The
that?
trouble with what we're doing here, Tim, is we're not getting to the end of a lot of the points.
Oh, I
I
see.
wrote down like
I didn't even know
4
you had
points.
a point. Where are you going
No.
with this one?
You do not mop tar seal.
All right, tell me more.
When Principal Tadio, when the kids, the classic pranksters, probably a couple of sophomores knowing those guys, probably Larry and Steve.
Yeah.
They are a real laugh, I tell you what. But you wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of them. You don't want to be on the back end of one of their pranks because you'll be walking out of a locker after 2 months of summer. You'll be pretty thin.
I heard they once stole the Puritans' mascot with the dude still in the suit
Yeah, they did.
and put him on top of the library.
Dude, I was-
on the roof.
I was there for
you
that.
You were not.
I was fully there for that.
Bro, that
I was the one who
sick.
suggested we put the skewer like just up through the suit so he actually couldn't get out of the suit. That was my idea.
That is a sick gag, bro.
Larry actually fully laughed and said, "That's a really good idea, guy."
Fully
That
sick.
was the dopest moment of my
God,
life.
that's fully sick, bro.
Anyway, so when presumably Larry and Steve filled up Principal Tadio's car with blue paint in the car park,
Oh, yeah.
and he opens it and all the paint comes out,
Yeah.
the janitor, the school janitor, is standing next to him in the car park on the street with a mop in a bucket on wheels full of hot soapy water. I've never seen anyone mop tar seal before. It's
He's good to
about
go at all
8:30,
times.
9 o'clock, depending on when the school day starts.
Yeah.
What is he doing out there?
This is the guy who's so good at his job that even on the last day of school, everything is so clean. The only place left is Principal Tardio's car to clean. That's it.
And so do you think he knows, because it's a yearly prank, he knows that the car's going to be filled with blue paint and he's standing
so
by?
ready, bro. But he's
You'd think
ready
then
enough to not
he's-
tell him that.
Yeah, if he's such a good employee, you'd think he'd tell Principal
Because he
Tadio.
enjoys a good gag. Just because he knows doesn't mean
And you
he
wouldn't want
wants
to dob
ruin
in
it.
Larry and Steve, because if you
Fuck
get on the
no.
wrong side of Larry and
They
Steve,
will ruin you,
they will
bro.
fuck you up.
They will
They'll
end
actually
your
ruin
shit.
you. They really,
Fully sick.
Those guys are classic. Honestly, if you're listening, Larry and Steve, shout outs to you guys. You're an inspiration. Just some of the most classic sort of pranksters I know.
A little while ago, during the Steve Buscemi Mystery Tour, I theorized that Steve Buscemi's character in Grown Ups 2 is a time traveler who sustained his injuries that we see in the second movie, but are never fully explained. That those occurred because he had travelled back in time and seen him fool around with his own girlfriend and kick his own ass for hooking up with his girlfriend on a different timeline.
It's certainly one of your more spacey mystery tours.
Or so we thought, bro. Because today, in the party scene, everyone's in 80s garb, except in one shot, and I think it's the fight scene between Adam Sandler and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yeah, Stone Cold's in this movie, folks. And everyone else
Like
is in
it's a big
80s
reveal.
garb.
Like someone listening to the podcast for this long wouldn't already know Stone Cold. Oh yeah, by the way.
Well, last week just reminded me how many superstars there are in this that I've normalized. You know? It's just like, oh yeah, there's Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Sorry, anyway, I disrupted your point.
Someone had to. So during that shot when they're fighting, there's two hands in casts, arms up in the touchdown position, which is the same position Steve Buscemi
in the background of
alludes to.
frame. Big sort of surreal arms almost.
So you don't see his face, you see the arms. I think it's a nod to the fact that, Tim, you were right. Which they figured out while they were shooting the film, which is interesting in itself.
I think which they figured out when they were listening to the podcast, and they've since written into the script.
And somehow gotten into our media that we're watching it on. And so the arms are the exact same injury he sustains. I put it to you that it's him from the past while he was still injured.
That the script writers and filmmakers have actually put in hard evidence of that conspiracy theory.
This isn't a family movie. This is a time travel movie.
So all of the family messages, of which there are many,
Yeah.
reference podcasts 1 through 46 if you want to hear about those, that is all merely sort of smoke and mirrors to hide the...
That's how brilliant this film was made, bro. That it took two dudes to
Well, I
commit
tell
to
you what.
watching Grown Ups 2 once a week for an entire year for us to only just trip over what they did on like almost the final
If you want evidence
view.
that this thing's coming full circle, is that you're like, this is a subtle triumph of cinema.
Yeah, it really does dovetail nicely against our
Well, I mean,
coming down the mountain.
Tim,
We're grateful. We're happy.
I don't want to take it away from you. You know, I don't want to take away the notion that that's true.
You were so cocky at the start of this watch too, guy. That's what I enjoyed. I enjoyed that you went into the because well, to be fair, we both were a little bit, but you started it, man, and you were like, "Look at me. I don't even. This movie, it just goes around me. I don't even take it in anymore. I can just sit there and watch it, and it's fine."
I didn't say the last sentence. I did say the leading in stuff. I did say I feel like I'm covered in like a non-stick surface, and the movie just happens around me, and I'm immune. What I didn't anticipate was how long the movie is, which is 101 minutes still.
Which is interesting considering we've seen it
yeah.
4 dozen times.
I don't know.
almost. 3 dozen times.
I guess the thing is, it takes you on every watch a journey. That's what I've always said. Every watch a journey. I'm gonna get that printed out and put in a shitload of fortune cookies because every watch takes you on a unique journey through your emotions. Do you know what I'm saying? At the start of it,
I'm going to say that I don't because I want to hear you explain this.
I was at the start of it. I was arrogant and I was like, "Oh, this is fine." Like, how many times can you let something get to you when you know it's coming back for more?
Sure.
Like, this is totally okay. Not okay, but just like not. I was numb. I've said it before. I was and This was in numb viewing initially. But then eventually, I can't remember the specific moment, but it was part of the movie. I got really restless and sort of quite aggravated.
You started playing with stuff in the room.
I started playing with stuff in the room. I wanted to shout out, but I didn't. And
we've done that a few times, eh?
Yeah,
we're just in the middle of the movie. One of us would just scream.
It's
weird.
I think it's fair to bring up how arrogant I was at the start of the movie for that. For this new fortune cookie I'm launching, which is every watch a journey. It's difficult to market a fortune cookie with only one message because, by definition, it sort of removes the mystery of the fortune cookie. So
I've got an idea.
We're still
for your
ironing out a
business.
few of the kinks there.
What if you only put a fortune in every second cookie?
Oh,
and then you either get that advice or no advice.
Now you're really playing with the game because. What would you do if you opened up a fortune cookie with nothing inside it?
Dude, I would go so deep inside my own mind to try and find meaning into what... It would be like a really zen comment.
You think that means you look up,
so much
you
into
look down, there's nothing in your fortune cookie, then you look up and you're just floating in purgatory?
Well, mentally, yeah, because you'd be going like, does it mean there is no meaning to life? Does it mean I shouldn't be looking to desserts for authority on how to live my life?
There's a lot of questions being asked.
And then my mind goes to... Have you just tripped over a beautiful metaphor for grown-ups too, which is an empty fortune cookie, which we're trying to read the meaning of when there's no filling?
Or the final thought you'd probably have if you open an empty fortune cookie would be like, or did they just make a mistake at the factory?
Are you suggesting we've gone nuts?
I'm suggesting someone's made a mistake at the factory. And we shouldn't be talking about empty fortune cookies.
And what person?
At the fortune cookie. Me, at my new fortune cookie factory.
No, go deeper than that, guy. Are you talking about the people who made the movie or us?
I'm talking about, I don't know.
The people who made us. Is this a
genuinely-
slight on our parents?
This has nothing to do with our parents. Well, this is probably something to do with our parents. But this has nothing to do with our parents. Look, man, I'm just trying to shoot the breeze with my pals.
No, do you know what you're trying to do? You're taking several steps back from the edge because you don't like what you see. You're not a fan.
I'm a massive fan.
Take my hand and spit into the abyss, Guy Montgomery.
I just had
Look at it.
I just had a little
Being
idea
friends with
for
it.
a dessert business. I didn't think it would come to this.
You're trying to wig out.
You're trying to wig me out.
I'm doing it too. It's happening.
Time for a shining light.
Here's one. In the scene where you first meet Shaq, there's a slightly overweight blonde woman, long hair, and she's wearing a green dress. And she, just over the shoulder of the lads, you see her load, I'd say no less than 4 dozen rolls of toilet paper into a grey panel van. And then, do you reckon she gets in the driver's seat? Do you think maybe she gets in the passenger
That's what
seat?
I'd do if I'd already loaded up all my toilet paper.
It's what I was expecting. She went back to Kmart, man.
Do you know the thing with Kmart is they've just got so many of your essential needs in one convenient place and all priced at sort of, something affordable.
Yeah. It's all there.
It's all there.
It's all there.
My shining light was we're at the party. Wiley, the driving instructor,
Steve Buscemi,
is dressed as Flavor Flav. And I've always sort of taken it for granted that he keeps sort of throwing out sort of Flavor Flav references or, lines which would allude to the way Flavor Flav speaks. What my shining light is Wiley's commitment to character for an 80s costume party. He is so method. He did not break through the whole... No one else is doing that. Stone Cold's not talking like the Terminator. Adam Sandler's not busting out Bruce Springsteen hits. Wiley is Flavor Flav for the duration of that party.
I have to correct you. Just on the end, because it's not for the whole party. Because that laugh he gives as it cross-dissolves into the final sequence.
Look, no.
That's not a Flavor Flav
Don't
laugh.
let that take away from
The rest
Wiley's
of your
commitment to
shining-
character
Sure.
at the 80s party. What that
Okay.
is they were finishing the shoot and Dennis Dugan freaked out and was like, oh shit, Steve! We don't know how to end this one. We're just going to need to pick up. It's just you laughing, okay? We'll just fucking crossfade or whatever. And he's like, I've just made this really big decision for my character Wiley, in which he doesn't break Flavor Flav character the whole party. He's like, we're probably not going to use it. Just throw it in. And he did it. And now, it's come back to bite him on the ass. And that's not fair.
I like that your Steve Buscemi has really highlighted what a great actor Steve Buscemi is. It's cool, man.
Steve Buscemi's patting himself on the back through this entire film.
He should be, man. Boardwalk Empire. Peace, bro.
Steve Buscemi.
Performance from the heavens.
I haven't actually watched Boardwalk Empire.
Neither have I. I heard it's good. This is about ready to jump onto a little bus.
Yeah, it probably is.
We painted it up ourselves. And on the side of the bus it reads, pum, 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 roll up.
I wonder what Paul McCartney would think if he heard us singing this.
Probably nothing good, eh?
Roll up for the mystery tour and roll up, it's an inspiration. Roll up for the mystery tour. The Steve Buscemi Mystery Tour is coming to take you away.
Coming to take you away, take you today.
Yeah, it is time for the Steve Buscemi Mystery Tour. Down Wisteria
Where
Lane.
we go to Wisteria Lane.
That's right.
And visit a couple desperate housewives you may have seen on the silver screen
and
before.
Guess who Eva Longoria's most recent love interest is?
You won't guess. It's Terry Hatchett. That's right. They're both coming out of the closet and throwing off that macho chasing straight image desperate housewives look that they had. Now they're a couple of guys and they're loving it.
That's right. And Steve Buscemi or Wiley moves in next door. And
here's how the theme song goes. Come and knock on our door.
I don't know this theme song.
We've been waiting for you.
We've been waiting for you.
Where the kisses are his and hers and hers and Three's Company too. It's Three's Company. It's a reboot starring Steve Buscemi, Lois Lane from Lois and Clark.
And the ghost from that Paul Rudd movie where Eva Longoria is a ghost.
What movie is that? Are you serious?
Yeah, I think her and Paul Rudd are married, and then she dies, and then he's trying to move on, and she keeps coming back as a ghost. I hope that's real. I've just made up a whole movie. Anyway,
God,
so
damn.
those are the roommates. It's Wiley from Grown Ups 2,
Who's funding
Lois
that?
Lane, and a ghost who has lost Paul Rudd to someone who's still living.
How could CBS not pick it up is the more pertinent question. Some people will say why. CBS will say how not.
So that question is either, you putting your hand up for a role at CBS or the exact reason that you do not work
And you heard,
at
right?
CBS.
I just got cast as Steve Buscemi
In that sitcom.
in Three's Company reboot, 2015.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Leave that door closed.
It's so hot in
I
here.
know, it's so hot, bro.
My back is sodden. It's like I've been driving in a car with leather seats for 9 hours.
No, the reason I shut all the doors is so we don't get heaps of outside noise. But you can, no. If you're going to be a child
we'll
about
sweat
it.
it out. Fine.
All right.
So we're in the land of the Three's Company reboot.
Yeah.
And Wiley is hosting a drinks because he's trying to get rumpy pumpy with Lois Lane. Mm-hmm. But guess what? He's got a 7 a.m. exam tomorrow morning. He's teaching he's doing a driving exam.
Jesus Christ. Hold on. So I'm playing Steve Buscemi, who's playing Wiley,
look,
playing Steve Buscemi. No.
No.
How does this work?
It's not important. What's important is that Wiley on Wisteria Lane hosting a drinks party to try and get it on with Lois Lane. Mm-hmm. Eva Longoria is moaning about Paul Rudd in a corner somewhere. Mm-hmm. But he's got a driving exam tomorrow morning at 7 a.m.
Not one he has to take, one he has to issue because he's
a driving instructor.
Yeah.
Even in Wisteria Lane. I don't know where that is in America. It's got to be inland.
New Jersey.
I've never seen them at the beach.
NJ, bro. Oh, but then they've got the Jersey Shore.
Yeah, they got.
So I hear.
Unless that's all a conspiracy too.
Snooky.
Anyway, so he's got this driving test and he's trying to encourage Lois Lane to stick around and she just wants to have a port. She's got a really nice bottle of port and she's like, "Oh, come on, Wiley, let's just drink this bottle of port together." And Wiley's like, "I'd love to, but Wiley's like Elmer Fudd from New Jersey. I got a driving. I'm hunting.
And Christopher Walken raised him from age 8. It was It was his stepdad.
Anyway, but Lois Lane, using her powers of persuasion, talks him around, and they split this bottle of port. And the next morning, and this is where Three's Company kind of meets Desperate Housewives in terms of sort of dramatic plot, because Three's Company would never address this. This is sort of like Flight with Denzel Washington. Wiley gives a lesson. He does the exam at 7 o'clock. And the kid, and when you're doing the driver's exam, you've got like your own driver's wheel and an emergency brake, so that if someone starts fucking it up, it's like, don't worry, kid, I got this. Boom. And the kid runs an intersection, runs a stop sign, and there's a big 18 cab,
a big rig
coming up, and Steve Buscemi reaches across and slams his hands, because there's not an accelerator on his side, slams his hands on the kid's leg into the accelerator, and they just get past the big freight train and onto the other side of the intersection. But he rams into a lamppost with his arms down there, holding the foot on the accelerator.
Yes, he does.
He gets caught on either side of the steering wheel and rams into it, his arms frozen in the touchdown position.
Absolutely, I'm with you.
His body left with nothing but maybe 40 or 20% feeling. I cannot remember the exact number.
Medically accurate, good enough.
He has to run away from town because he knows he's got too much alcohol in his bloodstream to get away with it. That is the Steve Buscemi Mystery Tour. What do you say?
I'm with you, buddy. I'm with you 110%.
Cheers. I think it's going to be a really good meaty role for you.
Me playing Steve Buscemi, playing Wiley, playing Steve Buscemi on Three's Company, the reboot 2015.
Yeah.
On Wisteria Lane, crossover series. Really looking forward to getting to know Lois Lane better, to be honest.
You won't get to know Lois Lane. Lois Lane's played by Terry Hatcher.
Yeah, and journalists are fun. People to hang around. It's a real alcoholic.
It's going to be a good time.
It's going to be a great time. Where else do we need to visit? What's next on our destination map? Because I've got a feeling.
Yeah, I got an idea.
I have some semblance that there could be some judgment going on. It could be Judgment Day. If you... Oh, that's what you're doing.
You're on a pound as well.
You're right.
I was knocking on the door.
Okay.
Because who's that? It's me! It's Patty!
Whoa. Who?
It's Patty! Let me in!
Hold the phone there, mate. Now, exactly what are you here to do? What do you want with us?
Came to fucking party, bro!
Yeah? When?
Right now!
Who are you again? Patty Schwarz, party time. It's Patty Schwarz, party time.
It's party time with Patty Schwarz. Shorts. He's wearing shorts because it's summer and he wants to show off his dope new cast. Patty Schwarz, party time. He's got 20 kilos of self-raising flour.
What's he cooking in there?
What's he building in there? It's Patty Schwarz, party time. It's party time
with Patty Schwarz.
Yeah, I mean, it took a while, but we got there.
We'll go with the real life one first. I heard online, which means it's true.
It's not true.
Patty Schwarz and Miley Cyrus are making heaps of sex tapes. 24/7.
Full
365.
Full credit.
All the time.
Yeah, that's, you know what? That's entirely up to them, you know?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Do it. Do it. Absolutely do it. Don't upload them to iCloud. Watch them, delete them. Shoot them again.
Though. If the information's out there, the hackers are crazy. They'll hack anything.
It's not like someone's grandpa.
That's crazy.
Those hackers. They're not magic, bro. They're not magicians, you know? They're fine.
Yeah. Good luck to them.
The sex tapes I have no desire to watch. I just like that he's making them. I like that they exist, and I like it's an activity that he's...
What if
getting involved in.
He was really into role play, and one of his sex tapes was an exact shot-for-shot remake of the scene at the quarry.
Elaborate.
But they have to act out every single character, and then so they do it with a green screen or whatever, so that they populate the entire landscape of the shot.
There's like 85 people in that scene.
Yeah, I know. It's a detailed sex tape.
Okay.
Some real high production values.
Oh, so they have like locked off cameras, and they do that thing where you can be in the shot with yourself. Where you like,
Yeah, but I don't know. They've done it real nice, so
Yeah.
it looks like they're all separate people. Even though their bodies and faces are all the same, it's like the way they're moving around and interacting with each other. It looks like there's a bunch of people there. You have to look kind of close to know.
would you shoot the whole video at once before you have sex? Because that shot would take
Yeah.
days.
It's a pretty expensive sex tape.
Like Sting ain't got nothing
And
on
it's
these
not,
two.
I mean, to be honest, I guess the disappointing thing for me when I watched it was they didn't even eventually have sex. It was just exactly what I've described. A shot-for-shot remake of the scene at the quarry in Grown Ups 2.
Well,
And it's only Patty Schwarz. They did all the lines.
If
I
this-
mean, it's bang on.
well, hold on. If it's got this following line, then we've got a hit on our hands, and if not, then it doesn't. Does it include the cool zoom where Braden Higgins says "summertime" with his thumbs up, glasses
Yeah.
on, and the lilo?
There's a video out there on the internet of Patty Schwarz doing that exact thing.
Well, guess what, bro? We got a hit on our hands.
We didn't produce it. We're not going to see any of the profits.
It doesn't matter. I'm excited for whoever will, which is Patty Schwarz, obviously.
Yeah.
He
Anyway,
made that sex tape.
my Patty Schwarz party time is...
I had a movie one too.
Oh, you go. Mine is movie too.
It was his hair. I don't think we've paid enough attention to it.
It's a good classic frat boy hairdo.
Because you're seeing a lot of David Spade and seeing a lot of Braden, and you've both got blonde, straggly hair. Patty Schwarz has blonde hair too, but it's not straggly. It's delicious.
It's a brownie blonde.
Dusty.
It's a dusty.
What's your one?
It's at the party. There's one shot where he's tugging on his shorts heaps. Just tugging on his shorts. So either he was nervous as an actor and didn't know what to do with his hands, which is a real problem you face if there's a camera on you.
Or
Ricky Bobby does a very funny joke about it in Talladega Nights.
oh yeah,
Anyway, it's either that or it's a decision he made as the character he was playing,
being awkward
being
in the
Patty
moment.
Schwarz, not being awkward. He had to go pee,
Ah,
but he can't let anyone know that because they're in the middle of antagonizing the entire town.
fantastic actor playing a role where he has to do the potty dance, or real life awkward Aquaman, son of a governor. You decide, internet. I feel like we should throw a text number out. You know, to solicit.
399, text 399.
We don't know where that will go. Where does 399 is not even enough digits.
It might just bounce.
It'll probably come back to you.
That's
Hopefully
okay.
costing you nothing.
We could put a poll on Facebook.
I'm definitely not going to do that. And I
Yeah.
know you're not going to do it. So
I'm always making polls on Facebook.
you are not.
Yeah,
Nah, man.
all the time.
You're a fucking liar. What we are doing, though, I'm going to mention it again. We're trying to get money off people. We're trying to perform a shakedown.
Yeah,
An
we want
online
to do,
shakedown.
look, guys, we want to do the 52nd episode in LA. We've booked Cine Family.
Yeah.
It's going to happen on February 17th. Oh, well, I mean, either Cine Family is going to have us and no one, or us and a lot of people, or Cine Family is just going to be empty on the 17th of... We're just going to be left with a bill.
What do you... Oh, you're alluding to the fact that we might not come to
Yeah.
LA if they don't give us money.
That's
Right,
what I was
see.
trying to do.
And we've also got another event after it.
Yeah.
At the next night.
Yeah.
Special event.
At
UCB.
UCB Sunset.
Because UCB are good people. And Cine Family are good people.
Everyone
They're
seems
so
to be good
kind to
people.
us.
And we just...
But we need it. And I'll tell you what, we approached a couple of airlines, folks. They said no.
Yeah, I think, and I was so sure that we'd get flights, and then I think I said this to you. I was overconfident. I didn't realize that airlines don't value advertising on grown-ups too focused podcasts.
I think I'd text you words to that effect when you said, I can't believe they weren't interested. And I said, yeah, it's a really fucked up idea.
Yeah, I think I'd lost perspective.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we're both
so
in too deep,
We've
mate.
got this Kickstarter. It's on. You can link to it through the Facebook page.
You guys still believe us though, right?
yeah.
You know we're doing the right thing here, right?
Yeah. Also,
We just need a few dollars, man. Get back on our feet. That's all we're asking for, man. You know us. We're friends. We're not crazy.
we went to grade school together. It's me. It's
Really hit my
Steve.
throat.
And- anyway, the other thing is that we recently did a crossover podcast with some guys at Read It and Weep, in which we discussed. It's called Read It and Weep. We discussed grown-ups too. They're really fun guys, so you can find that somewhere as well. And that's it. I want to go for a walk. It's stinking hot.
Fuck, is it hot?
I walk to water. I don't want to go for a walk because it's stinking hot. It's not how.
Oh,
I roll.
yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I feel like even a walk in the sunshine would be less hot than this living room right now.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. It's like we've
Got
locked
real-
ourselves in a
we're on
greenhouse.
we're on a real anthill here, and there's a 5-year-old outside with a brand spanking new magnifying glass.
There must be such a weird concept if you're listening in America because it's winter there. It's like winter.
It's like winter, man. It's like The opposite of summer, man.
But we don't get snow here. They get snow over there.
It's real cold, man.
Hey, and shout out to all my peeps in Nova Scotia while I'm here too. You guys are dope.
Hey, big ups to Nova Scotia. Big ups to the United Arab Emirates.
With someone, like there is a friend group, because I think there's only one collection of people, but it's reasonable numbers. Someone's downloading in Dubai.
Sixth most downloaded country or fifth most downloaded country.
And we've got a lot of countries on that list that they track.
Thank you very much, United Arab Emirates.
But who the fuck are you guys? Like, what's your story?
In Dubai.
Can you please get in touch if you're from UAE?
That was episode 47. We are at base camp. Repeat, we are at base camp here on the worst idea of all time. Join us next week when we review Grown Ups 2.